What's up, guys? Aaron Villarreal here down in Balboa in Newport Beach, and I thought I'd drop in and, show you a little bit around. If you're from here and you know this area well, it is such a cool part of Southern California in general, but super well known, really close to the Wedge, which is a prime surfing area, and just Balboa. It's a highly sought after area. Many people call it home, of course, and the desirability of living down here in the peninsula, it really, I've not seen it ever go down in terms of people's opinion of it and desire to actually live here, or even just have like an investment property or a rental down here, because there's so much you can do with it. Having a property down here is highly valuable, and of course comes at a significant price point because of how stunning the area is, and proximity, steps to the water. It screams Southern California, in my opinion. I've been coming down here since I was a young boy with my family, and a lot changes over the years. As you can see, there are still definite homes that look a little bit more modest and traditional, maybe have been here since the early development of Newport Beach, before it was this mega community that it is now. But as you can see, a lot of those have been torn down or torn to the studs and completely rebuilt over the last few decades, because the value of these properties and this land is so substantial. And that obviously inherently is mainly due to the water, but the beaches down here also are a huge attractor, because frankly, they're some of the best beaches in the country. And I'm not lying when I say that. I'm a little biased because I'm from here, but I've been to other beaches, and not that other beaches can't be enjoyable or beautiful to look at, but Newport, it has the best of all worlds. It's got fishing. You can do whale watching. You've got the peninsula, which kind of protects it. Yeah, it's great for boats. As you can see, there's a lot of bicyclists down here because the weather is perfect, and that's pretty much 24/7. That's another thing you're paying for down here. As you can also see, things are pretty meticulously managed down here in terms of the city taking care of things, and parking management, and landscaping. People have a lot of pride of ownership down here, and that's something that makes me happy, especially as a real estate agent. It's always a bummer when I come to a property and I can see that there hasn't been love and care and investment and pride of ownership. And sometimes, obviously, that's due to circumstances that are unexpected for whoever the homeowner may be. But, generally, it's awesome to see communities where people take good care of their properties, because, it makes people want to be in the area. When I help a buyer buy in a new area that they've never lived before, I'm about to close on one in the city of Fullerton, where my clients are moving from Chino Hills to Fullerton. I helped them sell in Chino Hills, and now they're about to finish their purchase, finalize it in Fullerton, and they've never lived down there before, but they wanted to get closer to his work and get into a single story for retirement, and so I made that happen for them. But as I've helped them through the process, one of the things that pretty much all buyers will look for is, are people taking care of their property? Because if they're not, does that say something about the community and neighborhood? And maybe it doesn't to all people, but for a lot of people it does say something. If you've got people that are not, making sure that their grass doesn't have a bunch of weeds or debris or trash or garbage, or people that park on their lawns or leave equipment out, or just don't take care of things and things kind of look untidy and unkept, it is a factor, as you can imagine. And as we drive down here in Balboa, you'll see the opposite of that, in my opinion. Frankly, Most of the area doesn't have anything like that, because similar to like an Irvine, which is more of a planned developed area, it is expected. There's like this expectation that people take care of things. And here we are at the peninsula. Oh, it's such a beautiful day here in early mid-April in Southern California. As you can see, all the beachfront property. People always, it's super walkable down here, even to like restaurants and shopping, which is super cool. As you can see, the landscaping's very beautiful. Love all the jasmine blooming. That's one of my favorite scents. Yeah, driving down here, it's really cool to see the pride of ownership. And as many of you would expect, including myself, like when you have an awesome beach property in Newport Beach, you're gonna want to take care of it. This one always catches my eye. Nice modern farmhouse looking style. It's really cool to see the ones that have been, the properties that have been, torn down maybe to the studs or completely redeveloped, like to see the more modern craftsmanship and design. Like you can see like this one, that's a lot more of a modern vibe versus that one's kind of a East Coast feel to it, But all in all, it's just so pretty to look at the water down here. There's fishing, of course, surfing, wakeboarding, all the things that you can do, water activities, of course, swimming at the beach, building sand castles in some of the best sand in the country, in my opinion, my humble, biased opinion. And, seeing these Cape Cod style homes down here. It's just a beautiful part of Orange County, and one that I try not to take for granted. As you can imagine, when you live down here, if you don't already live here or you once did, it might be easy to take for granted living in a beautiful place like this, but I love to drive around and appreciate it because, not everyone gets to enjoy a view like this, and it's such a blessing to be nearby this. Like I can come down to this area in about a half an hour, and that's like amazing. I live just about 30 minutes north in the city of Orange, and I just love knowing that if I need a beach day, that's not that hard to achieve from where I live. And if you're wanting to be near here or in Newport Beach proper or in Balboa Beach in the peninsula, like all these awesome properties, I can help you make that happen. This is a highly desirable community. It is definitely sought after in a way. Look at that cool house. In a way that even from an investment standpoint or like a rental property standpoint or even like a short-term rental property standpoint, there's so many ways you can make Newport Beach your own. Whether you need to live here as your primary residence or even almost using a property essentially in its appreciation like a bank, because the appreciation in Newport Beach tends to be percentage points higher than even some of the highly desirable areas in Orange County, other desirable areas of Orange County. And so with all that said, guys, super glad that you joined me as we drove down here in the Balboa Peninsula. It's such a beautiful part of SoCal, and I'm proud to live in this area and nearby this area, I should say, because I do not live down here, but maybe one day I will. But if you're looking to make a move down here to Southern California, I would love to connect with you. Even if you're not sure of when that might happen, maybe you need a job transfer or what have you, or families moving here or what have you, whatever the circumstances are, even if your move might be a year or two or more in the making, I want to help you plan for it and strategize, because there are ways that we can get ahead of things and make it feel less overwhelming when you get to that big move, because moving is a big deal, even if it's like within the same city. Moving is not the easiest thing. People do it every day, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing. And ironically, because I'm a real estate agent, I help people move from A to B, and purchase properties, of course, and sell them. But really grateful for each and every one of you who tune in and watch my channel. I look forward to the next time you join me on Southern California Perspectives. As I sign out here, we're gonna come up here on Main Street, one of the most famous main streets, in my opinion, in Southern California, because you got the Balboa Pharmacy, which been here for a long time, and yeah, you got shopping and the pier. So much to do down this way. And then we'll come up to, as you can see up there in the distance a little bit, the next light, that's Palm Street. But as you can see, there's the pavilion, and coming up to Palm Street. Try and be careful when you're driving down here, because there's a lot of people walking, because it's such a beautiful place to walk around. From Palm Street, and you've got all this area. To the left currently is where the beach is, with the sand and everything, the sandbar. This, just a quick note before I sign off here, this part of Newport tends to be a longer walk with the sand before you get to the water. So word to the wise, especially if you have a bunch you're carrying, or kids or pets or what have you, it can take a little longer to get to the water from here. So if you want a shorter walk, even going up to Huntington can be a little easier in a good amount of parts of Huntington Beach. But really grateful for you guys. Thanks for tuning in to Southern California Perspectives. Signing off. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps my channel a ton. And I'll see you next time. Signing out.